This is the F-16A MLU, and sits in the Chinese tech tree as the top, fighter at 12.0. They have the J8F here at 11.7, which I'm sure will go up when it gets its Fox 3s eventually. However, I would imagine that the F-16A will probably sit higher as it gets AMRAAMs instead of the PL-12s, which the J8F has, and the AMRAAMs are just better than the PL-12s, so I don't really see, and of course it's an F-16 and versus the J8F, which the J8F isn't horrible, but it's not an F-16. So we'll probably see this above the J8F, probably just with like one little BR. So maybe this will go up to like a 12.3, and this will go up to 12.7. Of course, this thing actually should be getting 9Ms, not 9Ls, as Taiwan never imported 9Ls, they only imported 9Ms. And I would assume the AMRAAMs go down here, and of course the JF would get them. They have Python, well, PLA, it's with just imported Python 3s. But, and before we hop into a match real quick, if you guys do end up enjoying this video, please like and subscribe, and if you would like, I have a Discord down in the description, so you go ahead and join that if you'd like to join the community. And let's hop into a battle. So as you can see in the title of this video, I mentioned how this is the best of both worlds, for the F-16, and the reason for that is the flight model we have here. Of course, it's the F-16A, so it's a little bit better than the F-16C in terms of flight performance. But also, like I mentioned, it should be getting 9Ms, assuming they actually give it to them. And the bug report is accurate. I believe it was submitted fairly recently. So we'll have to go ahead and see how that goes. And of course, AMRAAMs will be getting added eventually. Who knows? I would say they're coming to come within 6 months, probably. They could come as soon as the December update, which I am thinking there's a good chance they will, since Smin did confirm the Gripen for that update. But we'll have to go ahead and see what really happens, because otherwise the Gripen would only be getting 9Ls, and it doesn't really have a whole lot of good flight performance. So that's not like it would help there. Now, see, this is a decent map size, and we're still not even using the full thing. I mean, we're at a bit more of an angle, but these airfields aren't even don't seem to be at the edge of the map anyways. So you're really not using how much you can. But if you have like an airfield over here and then one over here, you're probably going to be getting around 150 kilometers or so. I haven't done the math on that or anything. Of course, it'd be some pretty simple algebra there. As you can see, this F-14 is firing off some Phoenixes, pretty high altitude. It's probably a bit higher. It's probably went up to a max height of maybe, even more than 10 kilometers. I'd say that has a probably. I'm gonna wait to fire on this whatever I'm locking here. He's gonna die to that Phoenix. He's not defending at all. I'd be shocked if he didn't. But, I guess I'll warm up my missile here and I'll fire in a second. If he doesn't die, I would have thought he would die by now. But, I'm going to go ahead and fire my missile and get out of Fox 1 here. And, turn a little bit. Oh, yep, he got by another F-16. I waited a little too long to fire. But, we'll go ahead and dive down here. Doesn't seem like there's anyone else up at altitude. It is a little disappointing. Not a whole lot of people seem to actually climb, though I do think that will probably change again. I mean, I keep talking about AMRAAMs just because I'm fairly excited for them, of course. But, I keep firing at people who die. But a good, the AMRAAMs really, you just need a higher altitude to get better range out of them. That's the biggest thing. So stuff like the AV-8B Plus, assuming those get AMRAAMs, which those will be interesting because it's not super fast, but again, the majority of the AMRAAM's range comes down to the let's see, let's try it. They'll get them. The majority of the AMRAAM's range comes down to the height that it was fired at, not the, speed of the aircraft. We got a Fox 2 out on this Mirage. If he doesn't die to that other missile first, wow, we're gonna have a great game. Oh, we got him. All right, that's nice. See if he actually burns out here. There we go. All right, we got one. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can fire on this guy. Hopefully, he doesn't turn around in time. Maybe. No, he doesn't. Looks like he's turning into me again. Maybe we fuse bugged on him. But I'll fire 9L, and hopefully we can grab him here. Oh, doesn't look like he's gonna flare. I fuse bug again. See, alright, I've noticed that a lot of the times the fuse bug happens quickly in a row. So, and I'll clip that. And maybe we can get him this time. No. Okay, it's just me. I don't know why. I'm not gonna steal that kill, actually. But I'm out of missiles. I fuse bugged 3 times in a row. I mean, those missiles should have all been close enough to get him. I mean, I guess this 7M could have missed. And I'm close enough to the airfield. I'll just turn back. I guess the 7M could have missed, but the fact that the 2 9Ls went right by him, I mean, that's kind of, I don't know why. It's really weird. It's almost like it's some sort of client-server issue. Because, as you could see, someone else missiled them. But I couldn't, and it's not like I have high ping. My ping's 50 right now. So, I don't know what it is. Hopefully they'll be able to figure it out. But let's hop into the next battle and see how we can do there. Now, we're flying on Battle for Vietnam, which is a much larger map than the city. Which is already good, but I do think we should still reduce the player count. It just to like maybe 8 or so. On EC maps where it's just even bigger, I could see, I think 12 would be all right. Especially if you had multiple airfields, like if you had one over here and one over here, or even like the 3, or like I know this is a crazy idea, but if we had an ARB EC mode, which people have been asking for years, but they just refuse to do. Which apparently the reason for that is that a few years ago, I think it was 2019 or so, when they tested it out for a week, it was all right, and it was but there were just a few like small complaints here and there, just because they didn't implement it very well, and then they just took it away and they're like, oh well, no one liked it at all, so we're not doing it, which is kind of like a 5-year-old or something. It's ridiculous. But I mean, I think they should retry it with it, because they changed the way sim works with the rotation. I think that they should try and go ahead and do that for ARB EC and see how that's received. Because people, I play sim, I much and more enjoy the way it is now with the rotations than the way it was before. So maybe they can go ahead and try that. I do think it would be really enjoyable. That's just me though. I do think a lot of people would play it. That's just my opinion. Being able to hop in and out of matches and just choose what map you want. I think there's a lot of benefits to that. I think it would be really nice. Being able to do a bunch of different stuff, whether you want to strike, stuff, hit bases, or just go back and forth, lobbing off missiles at each other. It's just up to you. What do you want to do? Now, let's see. That MiG-23 is no longer locking me. I'm locking something way back here. It's probably something like a SU-20. Yep. Probably like an SU-25 or something. Since he's probably not going to pay attention, I'm just going to go ahead and lob off a missile here. And, I'll, slow down a little bit. I don't really need all this speed. But, Yeah, the increased fuel, or I guess it was the decreased fuel burn amount, that they introduced in the last update was very nice. 'Cause along with the fuel tank, this thing can easily last me all game. Oh, it was an A7K. That would make sense why he was so slow, though. The A7K is all right, but I don't. Well, I guess it is 11.0. That's why it was up here. So do we not? No, someone dragged him up because we have X16C, so he should not be here. Unless, of course, unless someone brought him in. We can reduce that radar range and slow down a little bit. I don't want to rip. But again, I can just do full afterburner the entire game, and I've never really had any issues with fuel. So go ahead and fire on this guy. He might be too low. We'll see. And of course, he dies before I get to him again. That is a little bit annoying because another thing about like how many players there are is just even with your teammates, you're going to be getting RWR warnings for them as well, and then you gotta filter out like, okay, who's who. How do I know? Like, I mean, you can kind of look around and tell from there, but it still would be so much more helpful having a lot less players. I'm just gonna see if I can fire on him from close range, but he was flaring, so there's no point in there and doing that there. Let me see. This F-16A he's going for the MiG-21. I'll see if I can go for the Mirage then. See if he can flare in time for that. He did. And this MiG-21 launching R60 at me. I'm not really too afraid of that. I mean, probably wouldn't even hit me from that range. Yeah, the Bissau is kind of sad because you need that flare pod can launch. And he flared again. Of course. I think the Mirage. I know the Mirage F1 has quite a few flares though. So if I can get him in a rear aspect shot, maybe I'll be good. Maybe he won't even see that through the clouds. There we go. Yeah, he was flaring, but of course rear aspect AIM-9Ls are pretty good, especially when they're going on an afterburner. Now, for this last match, I'll try and stop complaining so much about the game. But overall, I mean, I have a booster on this match, so we'll see how that goes. I'll try and stop complaining about the game. But I mean, if you guys want to see a video or two on just how I think that the game can improve, or what it needs for like before we get to AMRAMs and other stuff like that, let me know. I mean, a lot of the ideas will probably be similar to things that others said. I mean, maybe I have a few of my own. We'll. But if you guys are interested in that, like I said, let me know in the comments. Anyways, we got someone on our radar here. 22 kilometers. I'm going to go ahead and... Looks like the Mirage F1, so I'm going to go ahead and launch a spare at him. Launch that from around 9,000 meters. So, and he doesn't look like he's turning, so this should be a good hit. Now he's turning a little bit, but it's a bit too late. And we got him. That's a nice kill. And this guy's a bit low. I don't think I'm going to launch at him. Just looks like I was friendly or something. Okay, I did not see him. That's a good thing I turned there. Now let me see if I can go launch an AIM-9L on this F4S. There we go. Let's go ahead and see if we can get away from this. Let's see if we can have a good game for our last one, despite having the booster. I was doing a lot better last night. I don't know what's going on this morning. Maybe it's just me trying to talk and record a video at the same time that's hurting me. Haven't gotten too used to doing that. Recording a video while I'm playing. Sure, I'll get better at that as time goes on. Fire 9L at this J37. At that other... Oh, yeah, that other guy got him first. Maybe we can grab this F4J with a 9L here. He doesn't flare it. Oh, no. G7D got him. Nice. G7D is a nice little premium. Um, when the sales actually are... Sales should be starting next week, I think. If you guys are interested, I might make a little guide to things I think you should be, if you guys are interested in that, I might make a video on the decent premiums to pick up on that sale. Just because, I mean, I'm not, it'll probably be a fairly short videos. I'll probably just make one on like air and maybe one on ground. I can get this, still have MiG-23 over there. I got a missile off on that F4S. He's probably gonna die here. Yep, there we go. Alright, and both are out. Oh, the Roland's got the MiG-23. This was an alright game. I think it's my only 2-kill game. I got a 3 and a 4-kill game last night, I believe. Unfortunately, I didn't record them. Probably should have been recording last night, but oh well. I thought, we did pretty well. Alright. But, before the end of the video, real quick, that'll pretty much do it. Covered everything I could think of, and probably more, probably a little too much. Hope I didn't annoy you guys. But if you're still here, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out any of my other videos.